Oh, dude, easy. It's quality. It's quality over quantity. My days get really long sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
and I know my kids are waiting on daddy to get home, right? And sometimes I'm able to get them to practice and do those things and take some of that stuff off my wife's plate. Really awesome. But when it's all said and done, it's quality over quantity. So I know when I walk through that door after 7 p.m. sometimes, I've got a 10-minute sprint with these kids. If they want to fucking wrestle, we're going to wrestle. If they want to play a board game, we're going to do that. Like, it doesn't matter what chaos I'm trying to manage out there in the world. I got 10 to 30 minutes before these kids go to bed, and I need to be here for it because those
Yep.
problems are going to be there no matter what. So I owe it to my kids, I owe it to my family to give them that.
Right.
And dude, and sometimes I think I told you this last week. I'm not perfect at it. You know, I came home last week, very similar scenario, and I was checked out.
Yep.
You know, I was just doing Mycal things around and just like in my family's orbit, but not, I was physically here, but I was not here. Kids go to bed, and you know, my wife and I have this agreement of honest conflict versus dishonest harmony. John Gottman has done a tremendous amount of research on this, and we've adopted this in our relationship and in our organization at Next Level as well. Where if you see it, call it out. You know, and it's far more has way more utility and is far more proactive in serving your relationships to be uncomfortable for 5 minutes than to walk on eggshells for weeks, months, years at a time. Because
Right.
all that does is breed resentment. So uh, I'm in the kitchen. I'm doing Michael shit. You know, making myself some food or whatever. And I am so unaware in this moment of how not present I am. She stops me. Stove is still on. Eggs in the pan. And she's like, "What are you doing? You're not present." And as we're making a lot of shifts in business right now, and that's where my mind is at. And she's like, "Look, I know you're going through a lot. I know you're trying to manage a lot of pieces. And still, when you come home, be home."
Right.
And it was it you can't go back and do it over.
You
You
got one
can
shot.
all you can do is start from now. And you know, over since we have adopted this behavior, this way of being in our relationship, there for me, there's been a lot of starting from now. You know, like none of the old self like goes out without a fight. You
Right.
know, and just having the compassion with each other to hold space and move through it together,
Yep.
it is everything. And so what the practice that brings you back to consciousness for what we're talking about, this presence, this quality over quantity thing, I pull into the driveway and check in with myself. This is the practice that moves you to presence.
This
Okay.
is the behavior right here.
Yes. It's not what we're talking about is the result.
Correct.
Okay? That everything I just told you is the result of not doing what I'm about to tell you.
Right.
I pull into the driveway, throw the truck in park, and I check in with myself. Could I get out and walk in the house right now and be present for that 10 to 30 minute sprint with my family? No, I'm not even close. Cool. and I move through 10 breaths. Very simple, right?
Yep.
And check in again. And dude, I have moved through that exercise, I shit you not, 9 times before. I was just bringing it all down.
Yep.
So I could walk in that house and be present.
Yep.
You know,
I think that is the perfect executive dad positive behavior change. That if you're listening to the episode, you're 40 minutes in. If you haven't taken anything else when there's been so many nuggets, that's it. What is your active positive behavior that allows you to physically, mentally, emotionally transition from being an executive leader to being an executive dad that shows up in a beautiful way for your partner, for your children? What is that transition? I think the breathing practice